Western Cape government is assuming powers that are not theirs. That's the view from the main opposition in the province. The ANC has expressed concerns with Premier Alan Winde's visit to the US. ANC's Western Cape leader Cameron Dugmore says the DA is overstepping.
I think it's clear that this is just one of a number of issues where the provincial government of the Western Cape, I think often sort of under instruction from the DA leadership, John Steenhuisen and Helen Zille, are taking on powers which simply do not exist. We, for instance, heard the empty threat that LEAP officers in the Western Cape would arrest President Putin if he arrives for the BRICS summit. And, everyone knows that is, a power that the LEAP officers do not possess. And it's really political grandstanding. I'm speaking to you tonight as the leader of the opposition. We don't have a mandate to talk on international relations matters. And the issue of AGOA is clearly being handled by the president of the country, the minister responsible for trade and industry. And, that's where that issue should be located. And I think when you have a delegation from our province purporting to be, first of all, the views of the Western Cape, I think you've got a major problem. It muddies the waters. There is a process underway between the national government and those involved in the US government. So for a province to accept an invitation from a small group of Congress people in the US and give the impression that they represent the province is literally overstepping. And more importantly, I think it actually damages the attempts by our national government to handle a very difficult international situation and resolve it. So we think that this is simply an instruction that Alan Winde has got from John Steenhuisen and Helen Zille. You would remember John Steenhuisen's trip to the UK. And we've simply been asking the question, the Premier is not here when the floods are there. He's not here for Youth Day. He's not using the LEAP officers to deal with gangsterism and extortion in our province. So we think this is really a party political exercise which actually endangers our country's international relations and goes far beyond the mandate. The Constitution is clear. International relations are the mandate of our national government. We are one country. We're not a federal state. We're a unified country with provinces. And we think this trip is dangerous and unhelpful.